Hello friends and welcome to my channel and welcome to the follow-up to my self-destruct TBR from 2024 as well as what will magically turn into what I'm assuming will be a massive unhaul. I very quickly flipped through this video when I was setting up my 26 and 2026 just to make sure I wasn't cross-contaminating my list here. There's gonna be a couple that I'm not following the rules, though most of them I will follow the rules. So without further ado, let's take a look and let's see what my fate is here. The first book, Empire of the Vampire. Okay, we have a win here, being that I actually have read Empire of the Vampire. I read it a couple weeks ago, and I'm not going to lie, I did specifically pick that up just so that way I could come tell you here right now that I did in fact read it, but I read it. I get to keep it, and I'm glad because I actually really like this book a lot. I had fun with it. I'm gonna keep it. Go me, one down. The self-destruct TBR kind of thing worked because honestly, had I not put this book on this list, I wouldn't have picked this book up. Honestly, I would have just let it sit to continue to run on my TBR. Not going to lie. Anyways, next one. The next book that is on this list is Binding 13. Okay. Okay. I'm unhauling it. I'm so sorry to the Binding 13 lovers. Also, I'm sorry to the Santas here. I don't want to read it. I don't think that I want to read it. And the more that I hear about it, the more that I'm like, I'm not interested in it. Like, where's the magic in it? There's not. And I love fantasy and I love books that don't have fantasy elements in them usually, but it has to be a particular kind of book. And I just don't think that this is going to be the book. So not only am I unhauling my pretty special editions, Binding 13, Keeping 13, we have Saving 6. We have Redeeming 6. We also have the paperback Binding 13. So we got a pretty good stack here and a big section cleared off of my bookshelves. Now, admittedly, these are going to go right back onto the bookshelves because it's part of my decor at the moment. I'm not entirely sure when I am going to actually unhaul these and what I'm going to do with them. Books like these that are more special editions, I definitely don't want to just take these to Second and Charles. I feel like I should probably put these on Pango. I do have a friend that has a used bookstore, so I'm probably going to donate at least a good portion of these to her, but then some of these like more special edition kind of things I might put on Pango. I don't know. If you were me, how would you get rid of these? Let me know. I'll take any feedback for sure. Magnolia Parks. I have read the first 2 books. However, I'm getting rid of Magnolia Parks. I'm so sorry. I just feel as if I don't want to read them. So goodbye. This entire shelf is gonna go. We have all of these are upside down, so just stick with me for a moment because I don't feel like taking them off again. I have the, as I literally take it off the shelf, I have the indie edition of book 1. And then I have the UK editions that have the matching pretty UK indie edition covers of book 1, 2, 3, and book 4. So we're doing real freaking good, guys. We're getting rid of quite actually an entire shelf, like not a bookcase, but a bookshelf here. Given that these, I'm not touching these. We're gonna talk about this book in a minute. It is By a Thread by Lucy Score. By a Thread, I don't need it. I don't want it. It's gonna go. I, in theory, could like it. Haven't read it, so toodaloo. But the third book in the Prison Healer trilogy. Okay, The Blood Trader. I mean, in theory, I feel conflicted about getting rid of that. I'm not like so solid that I want to get rid of that series, but like also that was kind of the whole point that I put it on this list. So I think I'm gonna unhaul it, though if I just magically secretly keep that, don't tell anyone. It's our secret, okay? Thanks so much. The next book on this list, okay. Icebreaker. Goodbye. I did not read Icebreaker. I don't need to read it. I'm feeling quite motivated. I have a predefined list of things to unhaul, and that's quite motivating, actually. I'm into it. I like this system. I'm into it. We have technically 2 copies of a book that we already talked about unhauling them earlier this year. I've actually not managed to unhaul them for a couple reasons. Archer's Voice. No, I do have a small stack from my last unhaul that I keep meaning to give to my friend and I keep not doing it. One of those books being Archer's Voice. However, I did also have the special annotated edition and I thought maybe I'll keep this. I feel like this would be fun to flip through after a little bit if I end up really like sitting on Archer's Voice, and I think that I'm getting rid of them. And by the way, to anybody who loves these books, I'm so sorry that I don't. I know that people love these books. I know that the whole reason that any of these books were on my TBR in the first place was because they were well loved, well cherished. They're unfortunately just not for me. That's the beauty of books. There's a book for everybody, and not every book is going to be for everybody. And that's kind of the reality. So while I kind of joke about unhauling these, it's just because it's for me, though. I'm so sorry if I'm like throwing around your favorite book. I don't mean it that way. I love that you love them because the only thing that matters in this world is that we're doing things and we're reading things that we love. Day of Fallen Night by Samantha Shannon. I'm gonna keep it. Okay, I'm so sorry. What I'm going to do, I'm going to read the Bone Season sometime this next year. And then if I really don't like the Bone Season, then I'm gonna get rid of every Samantha Shannon that I have. If I like the Bone Season, then I'll go back and read that. It's so pretty. I don't want to get rid of it. So I'm gonna keep it, even though I really feel like I'm not gonna like it. You guys keep telling me I'm not gonna like it because I didn't like Prior to the Orange Tree. I'm just a little stubborn sometimes. Speaking of things that I'm stubborn on and then I'm also going to keep. And then we have the fifth season by N.K. Jemisin. This was ambitious of me to even put this on this TBR in the first place, given that I put really big chunky books on this TBR that I just kind of knew that I wasn't gonna read. Yet I really feel like this book I'm gonna keep in my back pocket because I feel like at some time, someday, some place is going to hit so hard. Not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not even next year, to be quite frank with you. However, someday, I really feel like this is gonna be a good one, so I'm gonna keep it. Our next one, is this the last one? This might be the last one. We have Normal People, which is also up here on the shelf of doom. I'm gonna keep it. And I think because I want to give it another year, given that this was kind of a souvenir kind of book for me. I got it at Parnassus Books in Nashville whenever I went with some book friends. Was that 2023? That might have been 23. Was it 24? I think it was 24. I don't know. I really enjoyed the experience of buying this book. Very much so feels like a souvenir for me. I don't know that I'm ever going to read it though. So we'll maybe circle back to this book at a later date, at which point I will be feeling much more inclined to unhauling it, though today is in fact not that day. However, let me double check that that was the last one from our self-destruct list before we get into some other unhauling activities. Yeah, that was definitely the last book. Slay. Okay, let us get into the rest of the unhaul. I'm feeling quite motivated, mostly because I knew from the beginning of this video I was gonna get rid of all of these books, and I kind of completely forgot that they were in the self-destruct list, so that was a win. However, a couple other series that I'm just ditching. I'm so sorry. I have all 4 books in the Twisted series. I'm never gonna read these. I read book 1, hated it. I've heard better things about further books in this series. There's only so... Wow, that was some dust. Can you tell they've been on the shelves for a minute? I have other things that I want to read. I do. And if I really do want to read these are on KU, I'm pretty sure still. And I hated book 1 so much, like so much. And I just don't need them. So it is time for them to go. Okay, here's something that I'm kind of feeling a little minorly conflicted about. We have the Things We Never Got Over Lucy Score series. I liked these. I had fun with these. I'm never going to reread them. I don't feel as if they need to be taking up bookshelf space. So I feel like I might get rid of these. I think I'm gonna unhaul them. Not me getting rid of 4 Lucy Score books in one swoop. 4 Lucy Score books, 4 Jessa Hastings books, 4 Chloe Walsh books, 4 unhauling books. I'm like kind of cooking over here, not gonna lie. Okay, just did some running around to the bookshelves in my bedroom and I found another obvious book that I have to unhaul, and arguably another set that I have to unhaul. The Stephanie Garber Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy. I liked it when I was reading it, but like I kind of also didn't necessarily love it when I was reading it. And I was kind of like, oh, okay, I know that people like this, but I don't necessarily think that I'm one of those people. I don't really know, but I liked it enough, I guess. How do I feel? And I kind of went back and forth for a while, but then she announced her adult debut and I was like, girl, I'm gonna love that book. I feel like good things are coming. And then I gave this book 2 stars. So clearly Stephanie Garber is unfortunately no longer gonna be an author that I need to pick up books from, unless just I hear some really good crazy hype things. But these 4 here did not work out for me from this author. So it is time for these to find hopefully a better home that will appreciate them more. So I think while we didn't necessarily unhaul a ton of individual books here, we kind of cleared the board of a whole ton of series that just needed to go. So we have gotten rid of quite the amount of bookshelf space here, and I'm feeling pretty jazzed about that. So here is to a revitalized, renewed, refreshed, there's another word I'm thinking here that I'm quite getting to. I don't know, physical TBR for 2026. If you have made it this far into the video, wanted to let me know that you were here, leave some sort of like a trash can or like a recycle emoji. Also, please leave a comment with how you personally unhaul your books, because I would love to take some recommendations. I might also consider selling some of these on Facebook. Not quite sure, given that some of these are signed editions and I don't want to just like toss them up to Second Charles and get like $1. So don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day or night wherever you are, and I will catch you in the next BOOKMAS video.